Hey guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Health on this fabulous Friday here in Connecticut. Life is good, guys. Life is good, even though it is miserable weather out, man. It is up in the 50s, but it's been raining all night. It's going to rain all day, and so much for a white Christmas. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, that's all right. We're kind of used to that here in Connecticut. It happens. But you saw the thumbnail. Yesterday's thumbnail. Jason Whitlock, love the guy. Stephen A. Smith, can't stand the guy. That is not the crux of the video. We're going to talk about Stephen A.'s weight situation, which he likes to call people fat, Fucks. He's just a despicable human being, in my opinion. Uh, let's get that out of the way first because that has nothing to do with a health channel. But he's racist. I mean, if you followed his show, and not these guest spots he does on the NBA today, but if you follow his show, he's a racist. First of all, what's the definition of racism? Okay, racism, condemning an entire ethnic group for collective sins, regardless of the guilt or innocence of the individual. Let me say it again. Condemning an entire ethnic group for collective sins, slavery, whatever, regardless of the guilt or innocence of the individual. So every single time he uses the term white privilege, that's a racist term, by my definition of racism. No, he's a terrible racist. He's a misogynist. He's not that bright. He's not that bright. I mean, I refuse to watch ESPN anymore. They're not, guys, and this is not necessarily his fault, but ESPN just doesn't report the news. You watch the game and you listen to what it's not the news. I don't know what game they're watching, but it's not the one I watch most of the time. They're just making things up and creating a scenario, and I won't watch it anymore. But also, he's a compulsive liar. I mean, his book is just chock full of lies. Chock full of lies. First of all, his scholarship at Winston-Salem. Supposedly he was in a intramural game down at Winston-Salem. And Clarence Big House Gaines happened to be watching from the stands. And he hit, supposedly, 17 straight threes. And the Big House gave him a scholarship on the spot. That's his story. Now, back then, these historically black colleges and universities didn't have two nickels to rub together. I bet he didn't have more than 2 to 5 scholarship players on the team at all. And he's going to give a scholarship to some dope that he just happens to see it. No, it doesn't happen. It just didn't happen. It's a lie. And I can't believe he's not bright enough to realize that who's going to believe that? First of all, there's lots of things out there showing his raggedy ass jump shot, and he'd be hard pressed to hit 17 layups, much less 17 threes. So, anyway, be that here and there. And if you watch his segments, he spends some time with the thesaurus, I'll give him that. But his intellect only takes him so far. And when he gets to a point where he's in a box, he starts yelling. Yelling. I mean, that's supposed to show his passion or something. I don't know. And from there, if it's still going after a couple minutes of yelling, well, somebody's got to be a racist. It's got to be. He's pathetic. He's not that bright. He says he's the number one show on sports show on TV, which he is not. He's not even the number one sports show on ESPN. Now, ESPN has one foot in bankruptcy, the other foot on a banana peel. And Wilbon has the best ratings on ESPN, followed by Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, Hannah Storm on Sports Center. He's not. What he is he's the number one sports show at 10 o'clock in the morning. he's not up against another sports show. So he's number one. He gets a fraction of the sports that The View has. The View wipes him out. Once again, it's just a lie. But anyway, here we are. And he got into a very, very upfront and vocal disagreement with Jason Whitlock. Okay? And Jason Whitlock was calling him out for all these lies, and he had, receipts, everything. It was just a lie. And the only thing that Stephen had would just scream and yell and call Jason Whitlock a fat F-U-C-K. That's all he had. Now, I don't know if Stephen A. Smith has a mirror in his home, or if it works, or if he actually needs, uses it. But look at this. Look at this. This guy ain't no lean ripped. He has no right to be calling anybody fat. And that is what I have against Stephen A. Smith. The rest of it, I just don't watch. And that's it. Now, Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith, I can get them all ripped in a relatively short period of time. Guys, get the book, The Sugar Rules. It's the greatest book ever written on weight loss and PNF Max. The greatest workout book that will revolutionize the way athletes work out, or anybody works out. They're all down below, $10 a piece. Do yourself a favor and get going. All right? Join Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith on their weight loss journey, and we'll talk again. All right, guys. Love you.